Hi, welcome to the UNMA workshop number 3, which is called What Are My Choices? So this is basically the agenda for today. We're going to do a welcome and sort of introduction, and then I'm going to introduce the different types of faculties that are offered at York, and basically I'll give you a handout of all the programs that are connected to each faculty. We're also going to review the 3 types of UNMAs for those students who weren't here for workshop number 2, and then we're going to do like sort of an activity with that category. And then I'm going to get you prepared for the Fall Campus Day, which is on Saturday, November 8th. And then I'm also going to give you like a guideline of what kind of questions you should be asking different programs so that you will be able to kind of like narrow down your options, or maybe perhaps leave that day figuring out what you want to major in. So let's start with the welcome introduction. So I'll go first. My name is April Walker. For those who haven't met me, I'm the Undecided Major Academic Advisor. My office is just located upstairs in room 213, Vanier College. I also have my hours that you can book an appointment, or if you want to just walk in and see me just to chat. Those are all posted on the Vanier College website. So who wants to go around and basically explain, well, first your name, and then explain what path you're on with respect to choosing a major? Who would like to go first? Brandon? Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Brandon, Undecided, and I am stuck between international and political studies and business, but I'm trying to find a way to make both of them into.
Good. How about you? Sociology. How about you? Okay. Oh, so you're basically, you have an array of options that you're still looking into. Okay. What about you two ladies over there?
My name is Melissa. I'm hoping I could be like a high school teacher that teaches like social sciences and drama. So I know who you are and still not so sure.
Okay. And what about you? Sorry, say that again. And your name is? Andrew, okay. Okay, how about you?
My name is Lon, and I'm undecided between computer science, health management, or business.
Okay. And what about you? And sorry, your name again? Osman. Okay. So we're basically going to start off with the kind of faculties that are at York, but the faculties that you guys should probably concentrate with respect to the programs and what programs you should be looking at, and maybe some of the programs that you should be visiting on Fall Campus Day. So for example, we have the faculty that used to be called Fine Arts, but now it's called the School of the Arts, Media, Performance, and Design. We have Faculty of Environmental Studies. We have Faculty of Health, Lausanne School of Engineering. We also have our faculty, which is Liberal Arts and Professional Studies, and also the Faculty of Science. So with respect to the School of the Media, Performance, and Design, so they offer about 10 undergraduate programs, and the disciplines that they look at are dance, design, digital media, film, music, theater, visual art, and art design. So this faculty really specializes in performance, production, studio work. It attracts students who are kind of looking towards having a career in that sort of field. With the Faculty of Environmental Studies, they offer about 3 undergraduate programs, and their areas of concentration is environment and culture, urban and regional environments, environmental politics, and environmental management. So the students who are attracted to this faculty usually want to go into areas that involved natural, built, and social environments. Now, with the Faculty of Health, they offer about 5 programs, and their discipline involves kinesiology and health science, psychology, nursing, health policy and management, and global health. So students who are attracted to Faculty of Health, they really want to get into careers that involve personal well-being, personal health, even careers that involve learning more about the body. Lausanne School of Engineering is basically, it's a professional faculty. It has about 13 undergraduate programs, and the areas of concentration are engineering, computing, earth and space science. So students who are interested in Lausanne are usually interested in finding a career that helps them with design and production, and also building useful products and services. Students who are interested in computers and technology, and also students who are interested in geosciences and the life sciences. Now, the faculty that you belong to right now is the Faculty of Liberal Arts and Professional Studies. So this faculty has over 50 undergraduate programs, and I kind of narrowed down some of the disciplines that I have seen that are common among the undecided majors that I've seen so far. And a lot of our students are kind of looking towards the social sciences, the arts, the humanities, administrative studies, disaster and emergency management, human resources management, public administration, and social work. So our faculty is an interdisciplinary faculty, which means that you don't really have to kind of pick one area and just go with it. This faculty allows you to pick several areas by doing streams or doing double major or doing a major minor. And at the same time, the skills that you develop in one program, you can transfer it to another program. And it also attracts students who want to go into teaching, who may want to own their own business someday. We offer professional programs such as social work and also administrative studies. So the Faculty of Science offers about 17 undergraduate programs. The areas of concentration involves chemical and physical sciences, life sciences, mathematics, environmental sciences, science, society, and technology. The Faculty of Science really attracts students who plan on basically being in the field of medicine, dentistry, also pharmacy or scientists. And it also attracts students who are interested in probably pursuing research, stem cell research, things like that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you guys a handout, and basically this handout outlines all the faculties, their contact information, and then the back of it shows all the programs that each faculty has. So basically what I want you guys to do is I want you to have this handout and basically highlight, like later on on your own time, highlight the programs that you're interested in and probably the programs that you want to ask questions to on Fall Campus Day, which is on Saturday. Okay, so when you visit Fall Campus Day, I want you guys to basically, like, from that handout, figure out what programs you're interested in. So the front of it shows you the contact information of the faculty. If you are not going to attend Fall Campus Day, at least you have the contact information just to follow up with that faculty and maybe go see an advisor there. And then the reverse of the sheet just shows all the programs in each faculty. So what you can do is you can go through that on your own time and highlight the programs that seem interesting for you. So once you've figured out what programs you want to explore further, you will go basically to see them on Fall Campus Day, but you also want to do your research beforehand. So if you're interested, for example, in engineering, you might want to go to the engineering website and see what requirements you need as an engineering student and make sure that you are enrolling in courses that involve being able to transfer to engineering. If not, you want to be able to speak with someone on Fall Campus Day and ask them, how can you ensure that you get the requirement? So you might need a high school requirement and not know what high school requirement, you might need a high school requirement and not have that high school requirement, but when you go to Fall Campus Day, you can ask them what is the equivalent of that high school requirement to a university course here at York. Like, for example, what I've done is I've made a chart of all the programs in our faculty, and basically, we give you like a program and what kind of requirement you need that's equivalent to high school, and then we also give you the requirement that you need that's here at York. So for example, one of our popular programs among undecided majors is administrative studies. A lot of our students want to be in administrative studies. Well, as you can see, you need the 4U advanced functions math, and some students don't have it. So what equivalent is here at York is basically Math 1510, or you can do a mathematics waiver course for a fee. So basically, this is like a chart of like all the programs and what the requirement needs. So if you are looking into a different faculty, then you might want to do your research with what you basically need to transfer to that faculty. So your homework is basically what I just mentioned before. You just want to go through that handout, see what you would need if you're interested in a particular program. If you're not sure, you can always visit Fall Campus Day, and then you can ask the program questions that you need follow up on. Does anyone have any questions for me at this point? No questions? Okay. For those students who weren't here on the workshop number 2, what we did was we kind of reviewed like 3 types of UNMAs, because we noticed that there's kind of 3 different categories that undecided major students kind of fall into. So what I wanted to do is just review the 3, and then I want to give you an activity sheet based on the UNMA that you are. So for example, the first UNMA we call is Explorer. So these students are usually students who are very curious about a whole bunch of subjects, but they don't know yet what they really want to focus on. So they've just taken different subjects in different areas, it might be in different faculties. Then we have the Hedger, which is someone who has 2 or more program options and they can't decide between them. And then we have the Wannabe. So these students, basically, they know what program they want, but for an apparent reason, they probably didn't have the requirement, or they didn't have the grade point average to get into the program. So what they're doing now is they're taking courses that can go towards that program. So the wannabe usually falls into 2 categories. We call them wannabe number 1, which is you don't have the program requirement. So for example, you want administrative studies, but you don't have the math requirement. So you would kind of fall into that category. Wannabe number 2 is you started here in your first year in a particular program, but you weren't able to continue into that program because you didn't have the grade point average. So you might be on academic warning. So that's kind of like the sub categories of the wannabe. So I just wanted to know from everyone in the room, who's basically an explorer? So just one person? Okay, so I'll give you guys a few minutes just to look over the questions and to answer them. Some of them you won't be able to answer today. You might have to go on Fall Campus Day or do more research, and then you'll be able to answer them at a later date. Does anyone need any more time? Okay, so what I want you guys to do now is I want you to partner up with someone who has the same color paper as you. And basically, I want you to discuss your experience with one another and basically find out like if it's been similar, it's been different. So you guys can do that now. Have you decided what color you are? Have you decided which one you are? I think... I would put you in the hedger category because you have two or more options and you can't decide, right? Yeah. So, what color was the hedger? I think was that salmon color? Okay. Sorry, Brandon. You're a hedger, right? Okay, so he'll just join your group. Yeah. Sorry, does the back group need more time? You guys are all good to go? Okay, does anyone from the Explorer type want to tell us what your experience has been? Okay, did you find that you changed? So did you find that you were one type of Alma coming in September? Now that we're in November, you feel like you're a totally different type of Alma? So you basically have changed. Okay, I just want to actually ask that question for the whole group. Has anyone found out that come September they were one type of Alma, and then now that the term is coming to an end, they've changed into a different type of Alma? Like I know with the two ladies at the back, you guys are kind of switching back with being a hedger and a wannabe. So is it that you came in as a hedger, and then now that you've taken courses, you feel like you want to be in that program? Exactly, yeah. Right. Right, exactly. Okay. Anyone else want to share anything? Okay, how about the hedger group? Did you guys find that you had similar experiences? What did you guys find when you guys were speaking to each other?
Well, I think the main thing with all of us is that there are so many interests in so many different fields, and like that's just our main problem is that we just want a piece of everything and we can't actually decide.
Okay. Well, at this point, it's still pretty early for you to decide. But there is a possibility of doing a double major, a major minor. There is also a possibility of just choosing one major, and then with respect to credits in your free choice category, just pretty much using that category and taking courses in different fields. So that's an option as well. But I think you guys have to understand that even though once you hit 24 credits, you have to choose a major, you're not restricted to that major. So you can change your mind. Again, you can later add on a double major, you can later add on a minor. So you have to keep in mind that you're not restricted to this major, that you could change your mind. So if you're interested in one field right now, you can go with it and see how that goes. And if it leads you to a different path and you want to switch it again, that's fun as well. What about the wannabes? What did you find in your experiences? Anyone from that table there? Manisha? Okay, what is it that you're looking into switching to? Okay. So just like Brandon here. So international development studies. Okay. So who in this room plans on being at the Fall Campus Day on Saturday? Higher? So just 3? So how about the rest of you? You guys aren't going to plan on coming? Fall Campus Day is very important because we really want to make sure that our AMAs kind of get the best of the most out of the experience. We're definitely going to have a separate area for the AMAs. We're going to have a table for current AMAs. So I definitely think if you're in that kind of category where you don't know if you should pick a major because of career options, or you're a hedger and there's just so much out there, you don't know what you want to focus on, you definitely should come out to Fall Campus Day because you'll see all the programs and all the faculties. They'll be represented there. And this is really where you can get kind of like all your questions answered, since everyone's going to be there and all the undergraduate directors from every program will be there. It's kind of your like path to kind of figure things out. So I definitely encourage you to go there. So on that note, I'll just go on to the next slide. So basically attending Fall Campus Day. So like I said before, it's just really basically trying to get the most out of your experience. You want to seek advice from the schools, the departments that offer the programs that you are considering, and you want to meet with the UPDs or the coordinators to discuss the program options. They're basically the ones that could tell you what kind of career you can do in that particular program and basically what the path is for you to get into that career option that you are looking for. Some of the questions you might want to ask is, what are your most popular programs? It's always good to know what a faculty kind of specializes in. You want to know what is most enjoyable about this program, so that maybe that might coincide with what you find enjoyable. And you want to also look into the kind of things like what kind of clubs and associations are there for students. You want to see what kind of support students have out there. How do students in the similar program, how do they kind of bond? Or do they go for extra help? Those are the kind of things that you could definitely ask, and they will definitely know. And you also do want to ask about your career options. You want to make sure that if you major in this program, that it's a good idea for you, that you could find a job after you've completed the program. So I actually have a handout which kind of guidelines you as to what kind of questions you should be asking. So on your own time, you can just go through the questions and see if there's anything that you might want to add. You know, you don't have to ask all of these questions, but these are just sort of like good questions to basically help you figure out what kind of major you should be probably looking into. It says faculty interview form, and the reason why it says faculty interview form is because you're probably going to be asking these questions to the undergraduate program directors or the coordinators of the program, and they're usually like faculty members. Did anyone want to ask me anything at this time? Yes. Sorry, I didn't hear. No, it's actually from 10 to 3. And it kind of starts off at Vanier Hall, and there's, like, the programs will be all kind of like joined in starting from Vanier Hall, so you can just kind of work your way down. There'll be a lot of high school students, but we're definitely going to have something for our current and also Professor Janice Newton, who is a college academic life coordinator for Vanier College. She and I will be doing a workshop at around 12 o'clock, and it's basically called Choosing Your Major. So if you guys want to come into that workshop, I think it's going to be in Curtis Lecture Hall D. I'm not quite sure, but the day of Fall Campus Day, you'll get like an itinerary that basically will outline different workshops that are happening throughout the day and the time. But we'll be doing that workshop at 12 o'clock. So if you have any questions for us at that point that you can't think of any right now, you can ask us then as well. Does anyone else have any more questions? Okay. So after you attend Fall Campus Day, I think it's very good to do a self-reflection. So with all the information that you've compiled, you just want to figure out if this is something that a particular program that you met with, you might want to figure out if this is something that you might want to major into. If you think that you might enjoy majoring in it, you might want to ask yourself what makes you think that you're going to enjoy majoring in this program. So another good strategy for students to do is, especially if you're like in the hedger where there's so much interesting programs, you don't know what you kind of want to narrow your options down to, a good idea is to speak to current students in that program and to see how they're liking the program and what their plans are. It's even a very good idea to speak with students in their 4th year, just to get an idea of what they're going to be doing after graduation. Some departments do offer an alumni and basically information on what alumni are doing with their their degree. So that's also a good idea. And another good idea is meeting with the professors in that program. So not just getting the perspective of the undergraduate director of the program, but also of professors who actually teach in that program as well, and maybe speaking about their research areas and how they got to where they got with what they majored in as well. And another thing to do is just go to the classes. Ask if you can sit into the classes and see how the classes are for that particular major. So that's just an idea of sort of like what you can do for self-reflection. Another thing is you want to ask yourself, do you think that this program will help you achieve your goals after graduation? So you definitely want to do a self-reflection after Fall Campus Day. So if you cannot attend Fall Campus Day, you can use the handout that I gave you earlier that shows the contact information of all the faculties and a list of all the programs. So what you can do is, if you know that you're interested in a subject that's offered through the Faculty of Health, I gave you their contact information, and you can definitely go and see if you can speak to one of the advisors there just to get more information on if you have the requirements, what kind of grade point average are they looking at, so that you can make the switch to that program. You definitely want to speak with someone that has all this information for you. So other resources that you can find for undecided majors is obviously me, April Walker. So I'm located in room 213, Vanier College. There's also the Career Center, which is in McLaughlin, room 202. They do a sort of a game that's called Who Am I? It's an assessment game, and it basically helps you narrow down what kind of career options you should look towards, and with respect to that career option, what major you should be majoring in so you can reach that career. They do that about once a month. The next one is on November 26th. If you go to their website, careers.yorku.ca, you can register for that. There's also the peer mentors. They're located in room 121, Vanier College. And what I'll do is I'll give you a handout of the peer mentors that we have this year, and listed beside the peer mentor is your major. So even if you want to speak to current students in that particular major, you can definitely go see them. I'll give you their schedule as to when they will be in 121. And like I said before, there's Professor Janice Newton. She's a college life academic coordinator. She's located in room 259, and that's her extension right there. And there's also the UMA website. The website outlines workshops that we're having, like how to take notes, how to manage your time, things like that. So those things are listed there. On the website are my hours if you want to book an appointment, or if you want to just drop in. Those are also listed on the UMA website. And that's pretty much all the resources. Okay, was there anything else anyone wanted to ask me or to add? No? Okay, can I just get you guys to fill out that green questionnaire, and then you guys can help yourself to more pizza?